My name is Faith Kasinga, natoka Kaole Community Justice Center. It's a community-based human rights organization which documents human rights violation, and also we champion for dignity, equity, and justice for all. So today we are here to celebrate International Women Human Rights Defenders Day. It's a day set aside to celebrate women human rights defenders with the role they're playing in their communities, because most of the times we actually don't get the chance to do that as women human rights defenders, because we are either busy in the community or busy in our homes building other people. On rare occasions do we get a chance to look at ourselves, to reflect, to see, to actually celebrate our milestones and the work that we're doing. So today is a chance for us to do that, to celebrate one another, and to sing and dance and just enjoy and celebrate how beautiful women are when they come together and what they can achieve when they are together. Yes.
Yes, we have seen that they have it's International Day to celebrate those women that come forth for other women. Where has this fight reached? Hii fight tumefika wapi? Where are we so far?
I would say we are not yet there, but at least we've seen milestones, and one of the milestones is just having a court that handles GBV cases, right? Because SGBV cases have we've come a long way in fighting for in fighting against violence, against gender-based violence, and we've also seen shelters, people creating. Building shelters for victims and survivors of gender-based violence. That's a milestone that we celebrate, because most of the times people, survivors and victims of gender-based violence would go back to their perpetrators, right? But right now they have a chance to actually move from their perpetrators. And most of these shelters, like Teen Seed, really has programs that can build women. So you stay in the shelter and you get a chance for you to be enrolled in a training, and then you come out of that place with your own, with actually empowered, right? You are saved, you actually protected, and you're also empowered. So I would say we are not yet there, because you're also struggling to sustain these shelters. We're struggling to sustain these organizations of gender-based that actually are fighting against violence. But I would say people are doing something, and that's what we want to celebrate today. Today we want to celebrate just the milestones that we've achieved so far, and the far that we've come, and the work and the role of women human rights defenders.
And today is all about funding GBV prevention. Yes, can you tell us a little bit about that?
So we've seen that most of the times it's the grassroots organizations that actually do a lot of work, but most of these grassroots are actually struggling to get funding for the work that they do. So they are on volunteer basis, 100%, most of them, and most of them use the resources from their own pockets. And so while you're talking about funding, we're looking at who is doing the work, right? Who is doing the work? So how do we trickle these funds to the person who is doing the work? And mostly these are grassroots women and organizations that are doing the work, but they don't have the funding. So how do we fund them to actually make sure that they do more than they have been doing, and we also support their work? Like in where I come from, Kaole Community Justice Center, we don't have a shelter, and we want to have a shelter because of the victims that we handle, and we host them in our houses, because we don't have anywhere to take them. Sometimes we call Teen Seed, they are full capacity. Other shelters are full capacity, and we have very limited shelters in Nairobi. So this has also seen us shelter these people, bring them into our homes, which is not right. So how do we support the work that women human rights defenders are doing to make sure that they achieve their goal, and we have a just society like we envision?
Yeah. Has the county government or the national government invested in these particular shelter homes?
The shelters that I know, the county government has not invested in them. They're actually funded by NGOs, by people, by friends of those organizations, and by the organization themselves. Yes.
What is your call for action now today with all that in mind?
My call to action today is that, first of all, no one should keep quiet while the other person is suffering. So do not let any person near to you, close to you, suffer GBV in silence. Secondly, I'm calling upon every stakeholder to actually come out and support GBV, support grassroots, support women defenders who are actually doing the work, because that is where the work is being done. We need these people. We need every grassroots organization that is actually doing the work to be funded, to be supported in anyhow anyone can support. Is it technical? Is it funds? Is it capacity building? Any kind of support. Thank you.